Hi everyone, this is Richard. In this video, let's talk about constructors. So I have a very simple class, public class dog, public string fur color, okay? If I hover over this non-nullable property fur color, let's talk about non-nullable types in either the next video or the video after that, okay? So we'll talk about that real soon. Don't worry, it'll still work. So I instantiated a dog, new dog, and I give it the property fur color brown. Okay, so I give it the value brown. And so when I print it out, it becomes brown. Now, this is 2 steps. What if I wanted to do 1 step? Okay, so every dog I create, I wanted to just put it right here as an argument and just create it immediately. Wouldn't that be easier, right? So I would do something like this. Delete this and save an extra space. So it would make it much simpler, right? So that's what we use constructors for. So a constructor basically, it's basically a property. It works the same way. Public, I'm going to say dog. The constructor has to have the same value, the same name, as the class name, okay? And then I'm going to say dog, and I'm going to give it a parameter, right? So it's going to be string color. And then what I'm going to say is all right, so I'm going to say fur color equals color. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to introduce this argument right here. It comes down to the parameter, and as you instantiate it, it says, oh, color brown is a string, and the value of fur color equals the color here. So whenever I create another dog, I could simply just put in, let's say dog1 equals new dog, and I'm going to create another dog, and I'm going to make the dog's color white. So then I have a couple of different values. So if I put dog1 here, then it should print out white, correct? Down below. White. Okay, so I create 2 different dogs. So that's what a constructor basically is. It just saves you a little bit of extra work. You're doing more work down here, but you're saving the work when you actually run the program itself. All right, and that's what you want to do. You want to do some of the back end down here to make it easier in the future. The thing about constructors, specifically about C#, is that you can actually have multiple constructors. So for example, let's just make a couple of the things. I'm going to say age let's say the age, okay? And so I'm going to say dog, let's create some more parameters. I'm going to say string color and int age. And so what I'll say is fur color equals color. Age equals age. All right, same thing. If I create a new value, instantiate a new dog2, instantiate a new dog, what I could do is I could still say, like a black dog, but I could, if I put a comma, I could put age 4. So what I'm doing is I could still keep these. That's not the problem, but I can add another one here. So in other words, if I only have 1 argument, it's going to come down. This one is only 1 argument, so I'm going to use this constructor. But if I use 2 arguments, the system already knows it's not going to use this one, it's going to use this one, and it's going to use that argument right there. And so you can have multiple constructors for any given class, all right? And what you could potentially do is make it different altogether. So you do have to be careful about this. So I'm going to say int age, I'm going to take out the color. So if you put that inside of there, what you'll notice is the dog will have the int age, but this is so if you introduce a string as an argument, it'll use this constructor. If you use the age, an integer, it'll use this argument right here, this constructor right here. Okay, so it gives you flexibility. Don't go super crazy with these. If you have 15 of these, it might be a little confusing, so don't go there. But at the same time, 3 or 4 is absolutely not unusual to do the number of constructors. So helps us along the way. I hope that was clear. It's pretty straightforward. Thanks.